So lots of people I know, including myself, who have had bariatric surgery really miss pasta. Now, what I've done is scoured a lot of research to figure out how can we still have pasta but still stay within our eating program. So I've come up with some ideas. First idea is an alternative, which is called black bean rotini. That's this. It doesn't look very attractive because you're not used to this color, but it really is delicious. And if you add it with some colorful meatballs and spaghetti like I've had here, it really is fabulous. But the great thing about black bean rotini is that it actually has 14 grams of protein per serving and only 2 grams of sugar and a whopping 15 grams of dietary fiber, which we know can then lower your net carbs at the end of the day. The next alternative that I've come up with that's equally as delicious but doesn't have as much protein is brown rice quinoa spaghetti pasta. And that's this right here. This looks closer to the type of spaghetti or pasta that you're used to. At least before you had the surgery anyway. This is really good. Doesn't have as much protein as I said. However, it's a good alternative to regular pasta that's made with enriched wheat flour, bleach flour, that is going to really do a job on your glucose, especially if you had diabetes before you had surgery. The last alternative, which is my favorite, is spaghetti squash. And spaghetti, this is the spaghetti squash. It looks like spaghetti, however, it's a vegetable. And the way I did it was I took it, I baked it in the oven, I sprayed it with olive oil, I seasoned it with some salt and pepper, and I put it in the oven. And once it's done, what you do is you take a fork and you scrape it down into a bowl, kind of like this. And it looks just like spaghetti. And it's really delicious. Really delicious. And what you can do is you can top it off with some meatballs and spaghetti. I made these meatballs and spaghetti. Normally I make my spaghetti sauce from scratch, but in this case, for this video, I decided to buy my favorite jar, which is 3 cheese from Trader Joe's, because this only has 2 grams of sugar. But at any rate, I made it with the meatballs, and it came out very lovely. So here I'm presenting to you some dishes that I've made. I've added an arugula salad to each of them. So this is your quinoa spaghetti with meatballs. This is your spaghetti squash with meatballs. And this is your rotini with the most amount of protein with meatballs. And the good part about it is this whole meal can give you at least 1/3 of your 64 grams of protein that you need a day. And you could get at least 1/3 of that per meal. So at any rate, what I'm going to do is, at this point, I'm going to go ahead on and taste it. It's delicious. Bon appetit.